Well, good evening. I just want to share real quick with you guys about a communion service coming up September 20th. And I want to give you some details. How do we go about doing our communion service in the midst of COVID, in the COVID world? And so I just wanted to give you some details and some information about that so you can begin to think about it. And then on Sunday, we're going to be asking people, hey, are you planning on coming? So then we can get our setup all taken care of. So we know that communion is a physical representation of a spiritual truth. So we physically go through the practice of drinking the cup and eating the bread. We physically go through the practice of eating a meal together. We physically go through the practice of washing each other's feet. And those carry significant spiritual meaning that help us reflect on that. And so we are going to have a threefold communion service September 20th. It's going to be from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we will have food provided, so no one needs to bring food, and the food will be as sealed and complete as can be, as far as like bags of chips and individual bottles of water, and so that we're not, touching and sneezing and passing around food for other people to eat. So we're going to handle the meal that way. The foot washing, right? The foot washing, it's a physical representation of a spiritual truth, and in that world, they used a bowl and water and a towel around their waist. And in our world, we believe we can physically represent that spiritual truth with antibacterial wipes. And so we won't be using a bowl of water, we won't be using a towel around your waist, but we'll be using antibacterial wipes that do what? Clean your feet and kill germs. Hurrah, right? And possibly have a fresh lemony scent to them. So we'll be doing that in lieu of water just during this time. And then for the bread and cup also, we'll be purchasing the self-sealed cups that you kind of peel the top yourself so that nobody else is going to be touching it, nobody else is going to be contaminating it. So we just want to do our part of just trying to be cautious, trying to exercise caution in this time period where we just don't know what we don't know. And so that's what communion is going to look like. We will have child care available downstairs. And so the kids will come, they'll eat the meal with the families. And then when we head to foot washing and bread and cup, we'll be sending the kids that aren't old enough to partake in communion, we'll be sending them downstairs for child care that way. So it will look different. It is not the way we will always do it. It's just our best way to say, is there a best practice that we can do in the midst of this time that we're alive, and we recognize there's different opinions, different ideas, different levels of comfort, different levels of risk. And so we just want to put all that information in front of you guys, share that with you so you can think about it, and then let us know if you're planning on coming, and we'll take care of the setup and the food prep along those lines. But I'm excited to offer communion. I'm excited for what it means to us as believers, and I'm excited to encourage you. I really do encourage you to take part in it with us September 20th from 5 to 7.